You want to master deception in doubles so you can snap the ankles of your worst enemies. Have you ever done that?
Many times.
Brilliant! I think he's actually hurt his knee.
Today we're going to do just that in this masterclass video with badminton legend Matthias Bo. All right, Matthias, we're going to break it down into a few parts, right? First is how to do deception in the backcourt, the midcourt, then the front court, and then, of course, how to put it together in the game at the end. Okay, let's start. Deception in the backcourt.
We can start from the forehand side, like how we showed in a previous video where you come up with a little bit thread in your arm, your body, or in a position here where you can do all strokes. You want to hit it in front of your body, like not over your head, but in front. See the angle of my racket head? If I hit any shot from here, I automatically get free angle to get it downwards. Then the deceptive shot we want to start with is that me looking like I'm gonna hit it hard, then last second just twisting my wrist inside. I want to slice it a little bit so I do a drop shot that is straight, because if I normally come in like that, I can also angle the wrist the other way and hit it hard cross or hit it straight so it goes down.
Can we see what that looks like?
Let's try.
This is crazy, Matthias. These are the best reverse slice drops I've seen in my life.
Thank you. I also have pain in my back now. Often, the best attack is the variation. It's this, that the opponents have no idea what is coming their way. And if you can do these deception shots like I'm doing, then the opponent is super. Like, is it gonna be a steep smash where I need to be quick? Is it going to be a hard smash where I'm going to like take a little bit deeper stance in the court? Should I come a little forward because in case he's doing the deception? You want to plant that thought in the head of your opponent that they have absolutely no idea what is happening. That's where your attack gets dangerous.
Right. So you have two variations of deception here, right? One is the reverse slice and one is the cross.
Yes.
Why don't you show us both and then I'll give it a try?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, that would break my ankle, Matthias. Okay, how do we do this? Now that's the question. I'm not sure I can.
That is...
Let's give it a try and see what are some mistakes that we might be making.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh.
All right. So, few things. Remember, we've talked about we want to be a threat. The body want to be a threat.
Right.
So this is not that dangerous.
Right.
So it needs to be more explosive. The footwork needs to be...
Yes.
And the body needs to go up. That is the first thing. Then the second thing is, I know we feel tempted when we're going to go a slice that the racket goes down and then already early started like that. But if I start dragging my racket from outside to in, then people will know this one is coming. We want all strokes to look the same, which means that the technique is up here, thread in the arm, find a spot where you want to hit, here, and then rotate, and then last second, change it into the deception. So it's not like it is. Come on, come on, come on. Much better. Nice. Yes, that's it.
Okay, there we go. The most important thing I felt doing this, I'm not playing well, before you do deception, you must be in position. Otherwise, everything else is just not deception. So now we've done the backcourt, it's time to do midcourt.
So in doubles, many of the points are scored or you build up from the midcourt. So again, you want to come in, get it as early and quick as possible. But that said, most people would just keep it down the line or under the net, but we can actually come in and play with a little bit of doing the same inside-out shot to like trick the opponents into like having no idea what is coming. So I will do one here where I will come in from the midcourt, brush it that side so I go straight, but at the same time I want to like show it and can also be able to go cross, short, block. So the shot is the same. What I want to achieve by this is that they have no idea what shot I'm doing. That is deception.
Okay, see it.
So what I want to do is, I want to come in, last second, I'll brush it.
Right. It's a very small movement, but will get your racket.
I want to be able to have that option of doing a little bit deception.
So this is one, the brush, right? The second one is your cross.
And then we're gonna do it as an alternative, little bit. We're gonna cross it. So I come in like that, then last, instead of going here, I would go like this, okay? So it looks like this. Yeah.
The way you execute it so last second, it's so fast. The way the change and also your shot pace.
So that's what I'm saying. The impact, it needs to be always in badminton when you hit the shuttle, it always needs to be fast. It can never be like slow like that. It needs to be. So that means also the impact here is last second. The more of this, the better. This is not power. This is power. The same when you slice it on the side, you need to find that perfect spot of actually, when the shuttle comes here, you want to here, then last second, you want to just slice it. So it changes angle and go cross.
Okay.
These shots are very difficult. We are raising the bar, so this is what we want to do.
I'll give this a try and see where some mistakes they might be making at home.
Right.
So this is straight.
Yeah.
Straight slice. Whoa. I tricked myself.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh my God. Straight slice. It's really about standards.
It's a difficult stroke. The one thing we don't want, what we always want in badminton, and especially doubles, is to come in with what we say high racket. Like if I come in with my racket like this, opponents will not be scared of me because all I can do is play a defensively shot. I'm not going to catch anyone by surprise by playing a shot here. It will never be a winner. What is a winner if I come in with a racket like that? So that's why when we want to come into this deception, we want to come in, again, like the boxer, with a thread in our upper body. So we get scared. So we want to come in, slice it like this, but also when we want to come in on the cross, again, we want to come in here, then last second, brush it with a racket like that. Yeah. Your racket was a little bit low on the cross and you want to do like that. It was not a bad shot, but it's not going to be a winner because no one is scared of you when your racket is going down.
But at my level, that was already pretty good.
That was very good. Yeah.
All right, ready for the front court? And then we're going to put it together in the game after?
Yes.
Okay.
You can use a little bit the similar strokes from the midcourt. So when you come up to the net, you want to again come in with the racket high like this. Now I'm going to chase the camera, so don't be afraid of me. Now I want to come in with the racket like this and create a threat. If I come in like that, you would be like, oh, then from here, I can either do like where I just drop my racket like this, play it tight to the net. I can do this where I will see if I can come in for the kill, or I can do the same where I just brush it and trying to catch my opponent on his right hip in this case. Okay, let's try and do it. Slice, straight, block, cross, push, block, cross.
When you do deception, you're scary. Okay, let me give it a quick attempt and then we'll see it in a game.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Not bad.
No, it's good.
Better, a lot better.
Yeah. Remember here, when the racket again, you want to block, you feel like I want to do a drop like this. You want to come in and do a drop like that. Because then still your opponent doesn't know if you're this close to it, he will not move forward. The second your racket goes down, then he knows you're gonna spin or lift.
Yeah.
If you keep it like that, that's where you have to adjust your body position. So your eyes are in the height of the net. So you come in even lower. It might be, this is my ideal moving position, but if his shot is really good, I have to bend my knees more and come in like that, and then just dribble it.
Right, okay. So, that was great. That was a lot. Now always comes the challenge. How do we simplify it for our viewers at home? My takeaway from this, the one thought I'm keeping now is that I want to be scary. That's pretty much what it is. And you're so much scarier than me. That's why you have more deception. The way you come in, how fast you swing, how last second you swing, that's what makes you scary. But we don't have to do it to your level. We just have to do it slightly better. So let's try applying this to a game.
Yes.
Our objective is, we're gonna start playing a few rallies. We wanna see 2 deceptive winners or setups in the back, 2 in the midcourt and 2 in the front court.
Yes.
Okay? It can either be from me or from you.
Yes.
Okay. They went so off balance, they just hit it out. Really nice. Ooh. Nice. Oh, wow. Nice. Nice. That's good. Just from these few quick tips, my deception has instantly gotten better, and I'm sure yours will too. If you appreciate this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and check out Matthias's channel as well.